Daughter in the city, rushing to me. Down home, upstream, are you with me? Under rainbow, daughter in the city, rushing to me. Down home, upstream, are you with me? Feel it.
Arsenal. Arsenal. Don't get nervous now. Don't get nervous. Ladies and gents, welcome to your match review for Chelsea 3, Wolves 0. Right there. In case you didn't hear me correctly, right down here, if you're watching on your phone or YouTube, if you look down here, maybe you're visual, right? Chelsea 3, Wolves 0. Or maybe you want to see it in the YouTube title, click up here. Chelsea 3, Wolves 0. That is the correct score. Ladies and gents, Chelsea now sit in second place until tomorrow's results, where tomorrow could potentially see Chelsea dropping down to actually no, Chelsea could drop down potentially to 4th if I'm looking at the math, if the math is mathing, because if Bournemouth win their game, that jumps them up to 21, puts them ahead of Chelsea, and then you got City and Liverpool going off against each other. So Chelsea could be in 4th place by the end of the weekend, but still in the top 4, 6 points away from 1st place. And listen, before some of you in chat start saying, oh, look at him, he's getting ahead of himself, and oh, he's so delusional, he thinks he's in the title race and all that. Listen, people, I'm just returning balance into the Chelsea world, into the chat. I'm just putting the good karma in there. Why? Because fans are so quick to react to us. Oh, look, we're in 9th place Chelsea, sack Maresca, what a disgrace, all this and that. And now 2 games later, like I literally said, we could easily swing back into the title race. Yeah. Hush. Shush, as some people would say. Actually, you know what? I don't need to say much of anything. You guys already know what I'm gonna do. Just go off, Maresca.
Because too young, because not experienced, and unfortunately for them, they have been all wrong. All the ones, you know, that they have the truth and they have the answer for everything. So in English, I would say F off.
We'll be there. Do you care though? We will be there.
And we are there. We are there. We're in 2nd place, people. And if all goes well, because who are Bournemouth playing tomorrow? Villa. That's not an easy game. And it's Villa at home. They've been in decent form. So Bournemouth could drop points. So best case scenario is we drop down to 3rd. If City Yeah, because if City and Liverpool draw, puts us even on 20 points, and they'd be up because of goal difference. City would, and Bournemouth would stay down there. So, listen, there's a good chance we are swinging back into the right path, right, people? But before we go on and talk about the game, talk about the league table, and talk about the fact that we're ending international break on a up, unlike Arsenal, who, you know, they had their hopes of potentially beating Chelsea's clean sheet record and United's clean sheet streak and all this. Oh, we're going to make history and all that. And, oh, we're going to break that Chelsea concede 15 goals in the league. Oh, we're going to break all the records. The best center back in the world. All this and that. Well, that best center back in the world today got cooked. So, Arsenal, you can hold that. Listen, Chelsea fans, don't forget, you have rivals to banter. Better to banter them than yourselves. But big up every single one of you. Round of applause for the chat. Big up to everyone in the chat. Be sure to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel. Both those things will help out the YouTube algorithm big time. Guys, we're heading into international break, so any help on the channel would go a very long way. Hype up the video if you're watching this live. The hype button is there, helps out with the algorithm as well. Hey, listen, people, let's get Casually FC out there, because for as much negativity around Chelsea there is, as much stupidity around Chelsea there is, the Maresca outers of the world, or the blue coat in and all this and that. Everyone needs a little slice of balance and Casually FC in their life. So let's get that algorithm going. Algorithm. Smash up the like, smash up the subscribe, hype up the video. Check out the links in the description and check out memberships. There's 4 different tiers starting at 99p. 7 minutes and 30 seconds into the video, and I have not started talking about the game. Let's go into the quick summary about the game, guys. And listen, it was a well-rotated side. It's expected. Maresca has been under a lot of scrutiny lately because of the rotation that he's been doing with the team. But with the schedule, with Club World Cup, which happened in the summer, injuries are piling up, players are falling left and right all over the league, all over Europe, to be honest. And rotation is becoming a necessity in the big game. But we'll discuss all that rotation criticism in tomorrow's Casually Chelsea show. Today, rotated side, expected center back pairing of Fofana, Chalobah. Malo Gusto actually starts this game, which was surprising to me, over Reece James. However, makes sense. Save Reece James's leg. Don't risk injury. Neto comes back into the side. Garnacho, who very controversial start, we'll say, for lack of a better term. I think people wanted to see Gittins more, but Garnacho proved why he deserved to start today. João Pedro in the middle, and Liam Delap making his start in the striking position. It was a strong lineup, and I think most of us here in the Chelsea fan base expected a win. Last time we faced Wolves, not a very convincing victory, and this was a good change of pace. We needed this. If you remember, in the Carabao Cup, Chelsea were winning, and then all of a sudden Wolves were starting to look like they were trying to find a result. We end up winning 3-2 in that game. I believe it was 3-2, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it was 3-2. Let me just double check. No, 4-3. Sorry. Chelsea make a mess of it, and obviously Liam Delap gets sent off that game. Don't forget, ladies and gents, that is the game that Liam Delap gets sent off. So the result needed to be like this just to make up for the mistakes and stupidity that happened in the last game. First half, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, kind of a snooze fest. We were holding on to all the possession in the world. Looked lethargic. It looked like the team wasn't making runs, opening up, making space for the plays. We were just waiting for Wolves to bite, take the bait, and for Chelsea to find an opening or an opportunity to create and maybe get on the scoreboard. And I think the instructions for Wolves was pretty simple. Don't even bite, just soak up pressure. And they did. For that first half, At Chelsea, predominantly in possession, creating chances. Wolves, even though we made a few little silly mistakes, little silly dispossessions here and there, a lot from Neto's side, funny enough, they just didn't really have much of a bite to the bark. And so we kept them quiet in that first half. Enzo Fernandez creating quite a few chances to get on the scoreboard, which unfortunately leads to Garnacho hitting it straight to the keeper. I think there was another moment too where I think someone puts it wide. I think João Pedro also misses as well. So there were chances to score in this game that unfortunately the team just didn't take advantage of. They get booed at halftime, which that's a whole other discussion. I think at halftime I thought I was watching a golf game because it was just quiet. It was you could hear a pin drop at the bridge, and there's fans that hate when we play like this, want the scintillating attack. They don't want the pass around the bag, the horn. We know how Chelsea fans can get at the bridge. They boo the team. I don't know why. I think it's really stupid. And you know what? More power to Maresca and the team, because they come out and it doesn't take long for Chelsea to get on the scoreboard. No changes at the second half, but you see Garnacho, who was having a relatively good game up to this point, decides to now have an even better game. Takes the ball on the wing. I think he receives a pass from Cuckoo, but tries to make a cross, cuts inside, and then makes another cross that finds Malo Gusto in the box. And Malo Gusto, Malo Gusto, congratulations, bro. It wasn't the way you wanted to score. We know you wanted that, outside of the box on the right-hand side, little curler, little Ziyech style goal. Bro, it ain't happening. Take the goals where you can, because it's his first professional goal. So big out to Malo Gusto. He gets his first goal. He's over through the moon. I think most Chelsea fans are so happy he's finally gotten a goal. And he had a good performance today. We'll talk about that in the more dissected part of the show. João Pedro, who for me having a very, very iffy game, had some chances to score, didn't really take the most advantage of them. I think he had one that went wide in that first half. That was one of the chances I think Enzo created. And it took a little bit, but Esteval comes on. I think who got hooked? If I remember correctly, I wrote this down. Delap. So Delap came off. Delap had a relatively quiet game. Esteval comes on and makes an immediate impact, an absolute immediate impact. Pedro Neto shifts into the striker position, and in one brilliant moment that Esteval gets the ball, it didn't take him long. It's 2 minutes into the game, centers it into the middle of the box where João Pedro finds himself, has a clear shot on goal, takes the shot, boom, wham, bam, 2-0. Chelsea are ahead and comfortable now, which gives Enzo Maresca an opportunity to make a few more changes as well, rest some legs. But before we even did that, another opportunity where Enzo Fernandez creates from the midfield, finds Garnacho. Garnacho finding himself in a very similar position where he was a few minutes earlier to this play, where he tries to cross it and unfortunately doesn't get to João Pedro, who's wide open. This time doesn't miss. Pedro Neto in the middle playing strike. He finds the back of the net, and Chelsea are up 3-0. Garnacho and Neto celebrate on that fence together, the billboard ad together, and they seem to be forming some type of friendship here. But a lot of other things to discuss in terms of chemistry. Some of the players that came on, Gittins came on later, played on that right-hand side, and we saw Esteval play more in the middle. I think at times too, I think we saw, it was Neto as a second strike, so that was an interesting thing too, and that's how he gets his goal. But all in all, ladies and gents, a brilliant game for Chelsea. Big up RSM, much needed 3 points, and this is one of the things that Chelsea were criticized for last year, not taking advantage of rivals picking up, dropping points, and us picking up points to close the gap, and we're doing it. We're not fumbling against Wolves like we almost did in the Carabao Cup. But RSM, man, big up to you. Been a while. Yo, everyone, round of applause to RSM and smash the likes. It's been a hot minute since it's been on the channel. Hot minute.
Been a minute.
Standing
This
up.
weekend I got some time.
Yeah. Talk to me, bro. What'd you think of the game?
Oh man, I feel like it's one of those things where it's like a game of two halves kind of situation,
It really
right?
was, yeah.
I think one thing that was consistent throughout the entire game, and I'm glad that it got appreciated, man of the match, Enzo, brother.
Yeah.
Some of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
passing from Enzo at the back, I'm like, is this is looking like
Retro
when we
Enzo.
first like it's looking like first 6 months Enzo. I've
Yeah,
seen him
yeah,
pick
yeah.
out these passes, pick out these runners like from playing deep, and I'm like, yo, like, can we see this a bit more often? Low key, like, he was cooking. I'm not gonna lie, because I remember we were talking, I think even maybe a month or a month and a half ago, where he couldn't, he couldn't cross the ball. Anytime he tried to switch play, it was off. Like, it seems he got up to speed. I think that's really what it is. Like, he was off of it, and now he's back up to speed, and he's looking good.
Hopefully.
Like that first half, the only two things I remember from the first half, like really clearly, was the Enzo ball over the top to Garnacho. I really think Garnacho should have done better there, because one of these things about low block teams is you need to make sure the earlier you can get the goal, the better, because the more you force them to open up for the rest of the game to try to get something out of it. And then I think Joao Pedro just outside the box in that first half didn't even get it on
where
target.
Enzo shoots it, gets blocked, and it lands.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget, I forget what the move is called. I don't know why. Enzo crossed it, and it almost went in from the corner. Like curved it in. There's a name for it.
Olympic
It's
goal or
not-
something like that. An Olympic goal, something like that. I think it's
Olympico,
called.
yeah. He almost scored an
yeah, so-
Olympico.
He almost scored the Olympico, which was would have been crazy.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I'm happy. I'm really happy that second half. I think a lot of people were asking for changes, right? Immediately. But I think second half we started looking a bit better. I think we started, I think Maresca said to the wingers, like, yo, like, you are consistently, and this is the first half, and it's true, consistently, both Neto and Garnacho were getting one-on-ones. It's not like they were getting doubled up on. They were getting one-on-ones. Like, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
You're going one-on-one. So I thought that was good from the second half. You could tell the second half, Maresca's like, yo, you need to attack your man, you need to get it. Really, really happy for Gusto, man. Finally, Gusto, my brother, can we give up the long shot gimmick every game? You got your goal. You can give up the long shot gimmick.
Thank you,
know
Bravo
what I'm saying?
Gusto.
You don't gotta hit the Rudiger every time. You know what I'm saying? You got your goal. And you know what's crazy too is I thought it was gonna be just his first goal for Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
Marshall, it turns out it's his first senior goal
His
in
first
professional
professional
football
goal.
ever, which is crazy, bro. Because I think
Yeah,
remember who was it?
it's
Didn't
so hard to
Disasi
believe.
score in literally his first game for Chelsea?
Yes.
Gusto had to wait like so long.
That's
Yo, like-
crazy.
Listen, shout out Gusto. I think Gusto did really well for the goal there. I think Garnacho, even from the first half, Garnacho was putting in some good crosses that I was like, yo, like, he's putting in good crosses. Like, we should be doing better with these.
Yeah.
And then second goal, I mean, what, like, again, Ahmed's not here to stop me. Brother, he's like, oh, every day Glaze Esteval, because he's the best winger we have at the club. And I'm confident saying this right now. He's one of the best wingers in the Prem period. Cook me if you want. Tell me who. I think right now I put him top 5. Who's replacing him in that top 5? He's insane. I think it was like Jimmy. I think I saw a tweet said 37 seconds in to being subbed in, and that apparently they didn't give him the assist. Which
I
is
wrote
BS.
down on my thing. He came in the 63rd minute and he scored in the 65th. It didn't even take him that long to get.
Didn't even know. It was like literally within 37
I mean.
seconds.
Yeah.
And so for me, when I look at that, I just think that he has such an insane impact on the way the team play. And the way that I said it, I remember I was talking in the Discord and I said this. The team plays better with him on the pitch in the same way when Palmer's playing, the team believes they can win. It's just that simple. It's a mentality thing. When Esteban's on the pitch, like, oh, yo, we have a game winner. We have somebody who can do this for us. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing we see with Palmer. You know, when Palmer's is there, you can see they want to still go for the game because they're like, oh, Palmer's playing. We can still get something out of this. And he's just that kind of player, you know? And again, Joao Pedro got the goal. It was a well-taken goal. I can't hate. And I remember, like, one thing I even said this about Nicholas Jackson, like, even if you have a bad game, even I could said this, if you get the goal, I can't hate. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I'm also going to stand to Garnacho at that point, right?
Yeah.
Because I think Garnacho, brother, shoot less, pass more. Because you have the pace to beat your man more often than not. You know what I'm saying? Don't go for the cut-in necessarily. You could go for the crosses, and he has a decent cross on him. So again, I gotta praise Garnacho. This was his by far.
Garnacho's crazy.
This was his best game, by the way, in a Chelsea shirt by
his
far.
best game.
Like, clear, he was so good this game. Even in the first half when Neto was absolutely stinking it out, he was good.
Yeah.
He was good. And honestly, I think Garnacho Estevao might be a way to start games. And I'm not gonna overly glaze Garnacho because I still don't think that he's an amazing player. But I think if for whatever reason he can play to his strengths, less shooting, more passing, then I think we're in a good spot. Again, Neto got the goal too, so like I can hate, but he got the goal, bro. And I'm not gonna
he
say,
ended
like,
up getting a goal at the end of it.
The ugly wing pairing hit the billboard celebration. How they sat on the billboards.
Oh yeah.
And
Dude,
I'm saying like
if they have stickers for the rest of the season, that image is cooked.
The two ugly girls at the club, you know what I'm saying? They posted up like, all right, man. Yo, like,
that's hilarious.
So that was good. And I think in terms of attack, the only other person I want to talk about at that point is I think Delap.
Okay.
I think it's frustrating with Delap because Ahmed's not here, so I will give him some credit. I do agree that like, why were we not feeding the ball on the ground more and like getting into like, for example, like what Estevao did? That's what we should be doing for Delap constantly.
Yeah.
Like so often the crosses in the first half were going to back post, and Delap is in the middle of the box. So if you're not getting him the ball, then he doesn't have the chances he needs. On the other hand, though, I think his link up and his hold up was poor, bro. This game, I can't lie. I'm not gonna crash on him because he's been injured. He's been injured and stuff, and he's coming back and the red card and all this mentality stuff. So I'm not gonna crash on him. I'm gonna give him time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give him time. Yeah. But I don't think he was great. In terms of the midfield, like I said, Enzo, man of the match, completely deserved. He was consistent first half, second half, no complaints. Cucurella and Caicedo just regular. 7, 8 out of 10 shift. you know what to expect from these guys.
Yeah. This is true. Even Gusto too. I gotta give it to Gusto. Like defensively, he was pretty good.
Gusto was good. I think Gusto still at times when he's like at the edge of the box and like he has to be playing that 10 role. There's still some times when like it's just not there. Where Reece James looks better in those areas, but I can't blame him. He did fine. He defensively too. Gusto was good. Chalaba, quiet game, which is all I ask of this brother. Please,
that's fine.
Just quiet. Fofana, bro, every time he plays, I get so pissed that he gets so injured. The way he was running, just how long have we been begging? Like, there's open space. Stop going for the pass. Just run through. If the space is there, just run through the channels. If the space is there.
I thought of an analogy that I think you would appreciate as someone who is very familiar with Newark. You know how like when you're on MacArthur and there's the exits to get on like 78 and all that crazy intersection. You know how that part of Newark always stinks?
Yeah, it does. Okay.
Bro, I feel like when Fofana isn't in this Chelsea team or Colwell, Chelsea's defense is that part of Newark. And then you get out of there and you finally have your defenders and you realize like, oh, this is what air smells like. This is what good defending.
Oh my God.
Like,
I'm telling you, people don't realize this. Last season, by the way, remember we were in all these title talks. When that ended, Fofana got injured. Fofana got injured. We no longer had Fofana Colwell. It started looking way uglier. And this is, by the way, and this is also before Colwell hit the levels that we saw at the end of the
100%.
season. But before that, we were saying Fofana is the best defender. But it's just really unfortunate. But I'm glad though. Fofana's good. He got the surgery, and he's finally listening to the medical team. And again, knock on wood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he's looking better because that's what Reece James did. You know what I'm saying? So that was good. Sanchez. The best thing I can say is he's giving me nothing to talk about. He's getting to when he actually comes out of his box to go for a ball, he's actually getting to it now. He's not doing the goofy thing where he does a Superman and he completely misses. You know what I'm saying?
He got lucky in the beginning of the game. Like it was like 7 minutes into the game where he at least gets a hand on it. Because if he doesn't get a hand on it, it's even worse. It's in a dangerous position.
That's back post. I'll tell you exactly. That's back post goal.
Like Donnarumma did that earlier this week where he goes for it just like Sanchez did, but doesn't even touch it. And I forget what team they were playing, but they were just so like, oh crap, and don't score from it. I'm like, yo, Donnarumma, you got lucky. Sanchez got lucky in that. But other than that, nothing I can really complain about. It's just exactly like you said.
Yeah, nothing to complain about. Also, just real quick, Enzo officially said that he's been dealing with with a problem in his knee for the last 4 months, so he's not going to go to the Argentina call-up. So that's crazy.
Okay.
But I think that's everybody in the team. Again, Maresca, I think the game plan was fine. I mean, again, in the first, when we struggle against low blocks, brother, we get we end the first half 0 shots on target. I ended that first half being like Garnacho should have scored, Joao Pedro should have done better, right? Like we had chances, so I'm not really too pissed about about Maresca's game plan. I think it was fine. I think his subs were good. They were on time, zero complaints. Oh yeah, Mark Gee, a bit unfortunate to not get the goal there. Like that's again, he's a press machine. Like that's a dog weight. That's a Rottweiler.
That was
you know what I'm
another.
saying?
I think that was another chance that Enzo. Like it was a tap in. Enzo had got the ball in there.
It was, yeah.
And no, it was something like that. Like Enzo was nearby. Okay, but there was a tap and goal. I know
Enzo
you're
was
talking
involved
about.
100%. Because I remember even with the Garnacho goal, Enzo was the one who played it like basically first time, like from our own deep in our own half to Garnacho on the run, which was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Maresca good, all the subs good. Not really much to say about Santos. Not really much to say about Gins. I don't really think they did much. That's not to slander them. They just didn't really have the chance to be honest. But man, like for me, the thing that I always say with is Esteban, man. Like he's just different, bro. He's just different. Like we have genuinely bro, one of the best swingers in, like, I don't want to say, but in a couple years we might be, like it's crazy.
Listen, I don't disagree with you, and honestly, like it's kind of one of those things where I look back when everyone was saying like, yo, these direct, and listen, I still have my criticism of directors. I'm just giving a little and then taking a little as well. But when I'm giving is they were being criticized for trying to find the next Palmer. Brother, we're finding these world-class Palmers in every position, essentially. Like, you can't sit here and tell me Caicedo isn't, even though that everyone was looking for him, you can't sit here and tell me Caicedo isn't one of the best in his position, just like Palmer is, and he's one of those like wonder players, right? You can't tell me Esteval now isn't one of those products. Like, it looks like he's going to be another wonder kid that's going to make a big difference for Chelsea this season. And to be fair, let's not take his goal lightly. Like, he comes into the game and gives us the 2-0, which gives us the cushion now to relax a little bit and not, crumble under pressure, which we've seen this team do. So his goal was pretty important as well. It goes to show, like, okay, the scouting and what these directors are looking for, they're getting a lot of those good hits. The other criticisms, which we've talked about multiple times, they're still there. But you can't now sit here and tell me that we've gotten 3 players that I can easily say are in that world-class trajectory by coincidence. Like, there's actually a plan to go into it. One thing I want to do in regards to the game, and it's the only negative thing that I need to talk about, partially. 1.5 negative things to talk about in this game before we get into all the really good stuff. Pedro Neto. Good that he got a goal. He needed a goal. He was shifted into that when Esteval came on. Maresca shifted into the striker, so he was kind of doing the second striker, kind of interchanging with João Pedro, which I thought, all right, fine. If you want to do that, you don't want to bring on Gu. He brings on Gu afterwards. Gets a goal, but you were mentioning before, like not finding Delap and all that. I think a large part of it has to do because whenever Enzo or whenever the ball went to Neto, I don't think he really ran into the final third that much at all, especially in that first half. Everything just died with Neto, whether it be the link up or run and I'm just going to pass it back. Like, I don't know if it was tactical on Wolves' behalf or just Neto's quality is just really taking a dip right now. And it sucks because during Club World Cup, Neto was one of those players that was a dangerous player, looked like one of our better wingers, arguably our best winger. I'm not seeing it anymore. And he had a really, really stinky performance. I was surprised when Delap came off and not him.
For Delap was surprising for sure.
I mean, it worked out, but regardless, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Neto, it's it's difficult because I do think when we, for example, people are like, oh, Club World Cup, Neto was really good. Yeah, he was playing on the left, if people don't recall. I
thought he was playing both, pretty much.
He was playing both, but now he just plays solely on the right. And when he plays solely on the right, it's different. His game is just different, and that's what really pisses us off. So, like, I'm not going to crash out on Neto. I agree with you. Like, I think he had a bad game, but he got the goal, which is good. Goal difference got up. We are now, obviously, with City left to play. We are now the most goals scored in the league. So again, with no Palmer, by the way.
No Palmer.
So
that's a big
stat.
Well, so that's a big speaking on Palmer though, like I kind of tweeted this out. Like, do you think, because you just mentioned Neto on the left, right?
Yeah.
Two questions really in one here. When Palmer comes back to this side, Neto sitting bench, or are we moving him to the left over the left wingers we have right now?
So I think it's a bit of a difficult question because I think on the left, I think what should end up happening, let's say like January time, right? Because I think we have been 100% robbed of Palmer Esteval ball. I think if we had Palmer Esteval every week, we would be a joyful club. Like our families would be happy. But what I will say about that is I think obviously Palmer goes back in the 10. Esteval should start on the right, and then on the left, really be between Garnacho and Neto, in my opinion. And I think that's where it's even right, because I think Gittins is still like Maresca doesn't 100% trust Gittins. And I think that's what it is. I think Gittins is gonna get the cup games. I think he's gonna get, the odd like let's say we need a save for Champions League. He's gonna play the midweek. Not saying like if we, for example, I wouldn't be surprised if Gittins starts Burnley, for example, because we got Barca after. So those type of things wouldn't surprise me. I really do think that on the left is gonna be between Garnacho and Neto. And if I understand Maresca, I think he's gonna lean towards Neto just because again he's had a full season in Neto. Maresca really likes to trust the players he trusts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's true. And he has in other games subbed off Garnacho early, so it's not like he's completely in love with Garnacho the same way like we're like begging for Neto to get subbed off, and Neto just doesn't get subbed off sometimes. So I do think that it's probably gonna end up being Neto on the left, and we'll probably see a bit better from Neto. At least I hope, because I don't think Neto is as trash as everybody makes him out to be. Because we saw what he can do. I think we've seen him hit very high highs. It's just that like it's getting him there to that consistency that I think he struggles with a bit. Because he gets put in the same positions. I mean, this game was perfectly encapsulated because Garnacho and Neto literally got into the same positions on the left and the right. Garnacho was just doing more one-on-ones. It was that simple. And even Seba, when he got on the right, he did more in the time that he got to play. So
yeah, I think today, like obviously good that he got a goal. That means you keep your position as far as I'm aware. But I just need to see more production on that side. Like today against a low block, I just don't want to see Neto. Like I just don't think he has what it takes to really break down a low block. Like that's where like Esteval would come in, or get in someone that can play into tight spaces. Even Garnacho today, like I'm not even gonna hate. Like he was cooking today. Like he actually, like you said, I think today easily his best performance since Liverpool. I think that selection worked out fine, even though in the beginning I had my criticism of it. But dude, that was just frustrating that first half. Like we just looked lack of ideas, and whenever Neto would get the ball, he wouldn't even cross it. Like I think maybe he had one or two crosses, one of those inverted crosses, but he was just constantly passing the ball back. And I don't know. Whenever I was watching him, he was just frustrating me. Ilya Katz, thank you for the $5 super chat. Malagusto has more Premier League goals than East.
That's true. Garnacho has more G&A than words. So
that's crazy, bro. Combined nearly $250,000 for Malagusto to have more goals.
It's a sticky time for Liverpool.
Damn. But yeah.
Also, one more thing I forgot to mention too. Fofana full 90. I don't remember how long it's been since I've seen a Fofana full 90, bro. Like he's gonna go under the radar, but bro, Fofana full 90. Like,
oh my god, you're right.
We got a full 90 minutes of Fofana. 90. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
oh
bro,
my
what?
God, he did. Yo, you know what that means? Wow. Fofana cooking. Let's go.
He cooking. Listen.
Dude, it is crazy to see how much of a breath of fresh air he is in that defense. Because even him being in that defense makes Chalobah look good too. Like everyone's calm
doesn't
now.
have to worry about being cut out for pace, because when it's him and Tosin, it's two tanks. They can't run. They don't have the pace.
Yeah. I'm just happy to see Fofana is still available. He's fit, listening hopefully to medical advice, because as long as he stays fit, I think we can be in this conversation for the remainder of the season, for as long as he's available, right? I think we could be in this conversation of top 4 or I don't want to get ahead of myself and say title race, but at least finishing closer to first than last season. And I think he can help solidify that defense enough where even, bro, I'm not even gonna lie. Ever since he's come back, even Malo Gusto's had good games. Like, I remember the beginning of the season so far, Malo Gusto was always kind of like 50-50, where we're like, all right, some games he's been all right. This game he was shit.
Yep.
The last 2 games he's played, and I think both those games, I think Fofana was in it. He's been good. Even today, he was solid defensively. Don't recall a moment where I was like, Fofana, you lost the ball, and now there's a counterattack or something. Obviously, I don't want to get too ahead of myself because it is like Wolves, but regardless, we struggled against the same Wolves in the Carabao Cup.
Brother, they put 3 passes. No?
Yeah.
Then they put 3 passes.
4-3. We won 4-3, and we got Delap sent off that game.
And that was like a lot of their B team. So, again, with their A team, they kept it at 0.
Exactly. So, I'll take credit where I can take credit. And I think nice to see Fofana. I think the one thing about Fofana that's great, too, is that aerially, I forgot how dominant this guy is aerially.
Yeah, brother, he's how tall is he? Isn't he like 6 foot something? He's 6'1".
I don't even know if it's...
Yeah, he's 6'1". Yeah, he's tall, bro.
Yeah, he's tall and he's got hops. He can jump. He
got
see
hot.
his area.
That's why he almost hurt himself this game. He jumped so high that he landed on his back.
This guy, that would have been such a crazy way to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Oh man. But no,
We've been
like
robbed
it's,
that's literally what I said. We've been robbed of Fofana and Cole. We were supposed to get it this season, and Cole gets injured. Because again, I mean, I said this earlier. Like last season, we were in title talks, and the Fofana gets injured, and we start getting exposed at the back.
and yeah, like it was nice to see because you were mentioning the pace. The pace helps so much. Like even when there's a little bit of mistake, Fofana being just fast enough to recover, and Malo Gusto too today. Like I think he had one little mistake. He's quick enough. He recovers the ball, and we're good to go. Like I think seeing that in the defense and not being worried about the counter, it's just less stress on my life.
Bring up Randolph's comment. It's a great thing. You know why? This is another reason too why Gusto's been better. It's not just playing more as a winger. He can actually go up and down. Yeah. Because he can trust Fofana to recover. He was not trusting Tosin. Rusko wasn't trusting Tosin either.
This is true. That's actually really true. Yeah. Because today, like there was so many times where I saw Neto here and then for like Gusto like in the winger. Like it was almost like Neto's like a wing back or the left back, but Gusto's further ahead of him. So playing him as almost like just a hybrid right winger, midfielder, and right back. Like he was just all over that right hand side. So he was cooking, and he's been looking good as of recently. So whenever I see Gusto in the lineup, I'm not even gonna hate him. Be like, all right, let's see what you're cooking, Maresca. Because
as long as he's not in the midfield, I'm fine. As long as he's not like in the midfield, is good.
Even in the midfield, I don't mind him because he at least like presses a lot.
I just think in these games against low blocks, the reason I don't want to see him in the midfield is because I want him to support the winger. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was completely okay with this Caicedo Enzo pivot in the midfield. I'm like, good. That's how it should be.
That's fair. Speaking on Enzo, it's actually really funny how this YouTube game works. Because literally last game, bro, when we were talking about Karabag, I was sitting here with Scott, with everyone, criticizing Enzo. And we had Calm in the chat. The whole gang was back, bro. The shit talkers, everyone was back just to talk shit on Enzo. And I felt bad because I'm like, okay, I know he didn't complete passes and the assists. Like, there was but you could see, like, he was taking the Chelsea attack on his back and trying to get something to nudge, just to get the winning goal. And it didn't come off. And, you know, when you look at the stats versus his actual game, they're going to tell you, oh, incompleted this many passes and all this and that. And it's, all right, it is what it is. But today, literally what I was saying last game, I almost want to see a midfield three where you have Enzo playing as that deep lying, you know, Enzo, where he gives you the passes and the playmaking, the creativity, because that's where I think we're not using Enzo's passing strengths enough as of late. We're just trying to get him to box crash and run into the attack and join up with them and link up here and there. When we all know Enzo can ping a really, really great pass. So today we saw a combination of both. And he had easily, what, 3 or 4 chances created, 2 of which should have been an assist. 1 should have been like a key pass.
And even,
I think that was
even when he didn't have chances created. I mean, like again, with the Neto goal, he gave that ball to Garnacho first time on the run. It was such a good ball. I mean, like he was cooking.
Yeah, and I think even before that, where I think it was Enzo who gives it to Garnacho, same exact position for the goal, but it was João Pedro in the middle, and Garnacho just couldn't get the cross. It gets blocked, and João Pedro is left stranded.
Yeah.
But if I could see Enzo Fernandez like this every game, where I can use some of his passing ability and he could still be a threat in the attack, this is the perfect version of Enzo. What makes you think that it worked this well? It was probably the side, right? But like, I don't know. I feel like against the last team we just played, Karabag, similar quality inside. I feel like a similar type of challenge, but Enzo couldn't work then, but this time it worked just fine. What do you think is that? Why is it that he wasn't as good last game?
I think a lot of it probably has to do with the way that we line up, to be honest. I think even in the Karabag game, it was a bit messy because we didn't really have the full team on the field that we probably wanted. Because I remember we started with George. Yeah, Enzo came on at the half, right? Caicedo was there from the beginning. He was like there with like Santos. Like it was a weird game. I didn't think. I think if we put out our best team, we definitely beat Karabag. But I don't know. I think that's what it really was. I think when he plays next to Caicedo on the pivot, when he has like runners like Garnacho and Neto, right, and the Lapa's making runs, João Pedro's making runs. Like when he has people that make runs, he can find them. He can pick that ball out to find them. But against Karabag, we weren't really doing that. It was like a makeshift team. Like people's coming in and out. I don't know. What's
his injury? He has a knee issue?
He said he has a knee issue. Yeah, for like the past 4 months. So like basically since the Club World Cup.
I mean, the fact that he has his knee injury and he's playing like this, where he hasn't even been like terrible. But today, for example, man of the match, like putting up a performance like this, like it's impressive. And like I've said to people multiple times, like you've done it. I've slightly done it. I know players have done it. People play through injuries all the time. So it's like no news there. Like I'm not surprised Enzo Fernandez is playing through an injury. We haven't heard much about it, but Caicedo, I'm sure his injury didn't disappear. I'm sure he's still playing through injury. And the fact that he's played, I don't want to say 2 back-to-back full games because technically it wasn't a full game, but he essentially played 85 minutes against Karabag. This is another player that, you know, isn't getting the rotational breaks from the side as much as we'd like to because we're missing players. There's a reason why Santos came on for Enzo because that's the profile, right? Like he is the substitute to Enzo. He comes on and he can do similar things to Enzo. We don't have a Sugo to do that or give a break to Caicedo. Lavia's now out too. So we're relying on these players and they're staying fit, fit enough to play, which I got to give them credit. And I'm really hoping. Did Caicedo get called up?
Yeah, he did.
Damn. Okay. Well,
I just don't know if he's going to play a lot, though, because
they're friendlies, right?
It's friendlies. I think it's against Canada and then some other bum teams. So he's probably going to play against Canada, to be fair, and not play against the other team. What I think is probably going to end up happening is we don't have Caicedo for the first match of the World Cup anyways. So so our manager is basically just trying to figure out what midfield is the best without Caicedo in it. So I think he's gonna be more focused about that. That's why Caicedo didn't even get called up last international break. Like he's like, okay, you don't need to come because I'm not gonna use you. We need to figure out what the midfield is gonna look like without you anyways. So
yeah, that's actually really true. So hopefully that means he plays like just substitution minutes kind of thing.
Yeah, I think Canada he's gonna start for sure, and he might play that game, but the other game he's gonna.
Yeah, because I need this player to stay rested because when he cooks, that allows Enzo Fernandez to cook, and he was again Caicedo today solid. What else can we really say?
Yeah, like he does this all the time. And Cucurella, man, 7 out of 8. Like again, nothing to say.
Cuckoo did have a moment today that kind of annoyed me where
the header?
Yeah, it was the header that I was like, we're really lucky on that one. Other than that, it was fine. Cuckoo is just cuckoo. João Pedro, He's that 0.5 negative that I mentioned too. How are you feeling about João Pedro lately? Has he been like, he gets the goal today, but has he been frustrating?
I think João Pedro is one of those players that really has struggled with the lack of Palmer. Because we just saw how good he was when Palmer was there. I think it really is that simple. Like, his partner in crime is Palmer. When Palmer's not there, he's not as good. And I would say his replacement for Palmer is Estevao. When Estevao's there, like João Pedro, he's looking good. You know what I'm saying? He's making the right runs. He's in the right areas. I just think that he needs like a creative winger, a creative 10 around him to give him that space to link up with, to do these type of things. So I think without Palmer, he's been struggling. I know he's also dealing with an injury issue as well. So I can't really.
That's true.
And again, like, he's still, I think so far this season, his return for us hasn't been awful, to be honest. Yeah, so he has 4 goals and 3 assists in 11.
Not terrible
in the Prem. So that's not bad. Like, I can't really hit that. That's 7 GA out of 11
more GNA
starts.
than Gyökeres.
Yeah, I mean, by far. I mean, Gyökeres is just, again, Gyökeres in all of his GA against
Why
the
bring it
promoted
up? You
relegation
got like
teams.
offended. I even brought it up, bro. My bad.
It's like, come on, man. Let's not do that. We're talking about ballers right now. All right. We're talking about footballers. Anyways, no. I think again we're harsh on João Pedro because he went on a bit of a bad streak, but that correlated with the rest of the team. We were all looking bit bad, you know what I'm saying? And so we get Estevao in, everybody's in their groove a bit more. Again, the defense is looking better. And João Pedro feels like he has a bit more license. And it's one of those things I told you, like, you know, when Estevao came on, we saw a different João Pedro. Why? Because when Palmer and Estevao are in the team plays different. We have a little bit more swag. They believe in themselves a bit more. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Enzo nutmeg people. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing people trying to do flicks. Like, it's just different when the ballers are on the pitch. You know what I'm saying? The thing is João Pedro isn't Batman. He's Robin. So he needs his Batman. Otherwise, he doesn't function.
No, and honestly, I'm glad you brought that up because one of the things I wrote down in my notes was that I felt like every time João Pedro needed to link up with Garnacho to create something on that left-hand side, nothing. Struggle. As soon as Estevao comes on that right-hand side, it looked clean. They understood each other, and it just, that's how you get the goal. They just understood each other. Even Garnacho and João Pedro just don't seem to click, and they've played a few games together. It's not like they're not familiar with one another, but they just, I'm seeing it here, like no link up. This pass doesn't get through. I think João Pedro tried to send Garnacho through, and Garnacho didn't make the run, so the ball just goes out.
I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, I think João Pedro plays best with the type of wingers and the type of players that like Palmer and Estevao are.
Yeah.
And I don't think Garnacho he's also not used to playing with players like João Pedro because again he was at United, which has been awful. I mean, who is he looking for the ball for? Like Bruno Fernandes, who's a grenade launcher, and what? Who was it? Squirtzy and Højlund. Like, come on, bro. Like, I also gotta understand that Garnacho isn't like his football IQ isn't developed as it should be because he was playing with bums. So
no, I do not disagree whatsoever. I think that's a very valid point, but it's something that I feel like Maresca needs to look into because just if we're gonna have Palmer gone for longer than expected, knock on wood, hopefully he's back by international break.
I think they said he's back. I think Maresca said they're very hopeful that he'll be back for Barca.
Hopefully. I'm really hoping that's the case.
If he's not back for Barca, I don't care. Just start Estevao. That's it. Simple.
Yeah, put on Estevao, but if you're gonna go on that left, I think you gotta put Gittins with João Pedro. I think this just works better. Even though today, Garnacho, despite João Pedro, and it's not like we need João Pedro to win. We didn't need him today necessarily to win. Garnacho, he had a brilliant performance. I can't hate it.
If it wasn't Enzo, I would have given it to him, man of the match. Like, I just gotta say how it is.
Honestly, like, don't get me wrong. I still have my criticism of the player. I feel like sometimes
I still don't like him. I still don't like him. I'll just be straight up. I don't care. You can call me an agenda. You should back the boys. I don't like him as a player. I don't like him as a person. That's it. But I can't. You know, unlike Ahmed, I can put my agenda aside for a bit. Get a good game.
This is true. It's just like when Garnacho's in the room, like, oh fuck, bro. He had a great game. I couldn't hate on it. The criticisms I always have of him, like even in this game, like I feel like brother, you need to stop getting bullied off the ball. Like, you need to be stronger. Like, that's one thing Neto does really well, is that even though he also plays for fouls, I feel like he knows how to be physical, get the foul, but, stand up and stay up on your feet. And keep the momentum, keep possession and stuff. Garnacho always struggles with that. Just a little shoulder barge and he's down and he lost possession, doesn't get the foul.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that frustrates me. But today, when you get that chance to run in behind and create space and all that, you see where he flourishes. Big up. We just got a raid from Mike's. Big up. Thank you so much, everyone from Mike's channel. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Be sure to smash up that like
big
button.
game for you. Big game for you. You're out of the danger zone soon.
Do you know who Mike's is?
This is GOV Mike's, right? This is West Ham fan.
I think so.
I can't see because
know.
I'm a streamer, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I did just get the raid, but
assuming this is West Ham.
Anyone coming from Mike's raid, big up. Thank you so much for the raid. Come on in. We're doing Chelsea chat, obviously. Chelsea just won against Wolves. Smash up the like and subscribe if you're liking the content. But yeah, like Garnacho had a chance to even get some goals today. Just in front of the keeper.
That ball from Enzo. Oh my God, that shit. When it happened, I was like, my God.
Yeah, no.
I think it was literally, by the way, the midfield dude. I think Caicedo like won the ball back or like somewhere in the midfield, played it to Enzo. Enzo was like, think.
Yeah, Enzo and Garnacho, I gotta admit, they have some good chemistry. Like they seem to be able to find themselves. And to be fair, I feel like Enzo does that with everyone. Really, when Enzo's able to give you that long pass, and he can find anyone, not just Garnacho. But yeah, I gotta give it to him. Gets 2 assists today. Let me see if I can find. I think he had stats today. Okay, so Garnacho created. You know what? Let me just put this on the screen. What am I doing, man? I feel like I haven't streamed in ages. It's only been like 2 days. Boom. There we go. I'll put that in there for you guys. Garnacho created more chances, 3 than any other player versus Chelsea and Wolves today. Brace of assists for the Argentine. Good for him. And then Enzo Fernandez here too. This is another good stat from him. Registered more successful passes into the attacking third. 30 out of 32. That's crazy. More ball recoveries.
He was spraying the ball today, man.
More successful passes into the opposition final third, 11 than any other player for Chelsea or Wolves. He was fantastic. But both of these guys, good game today. Like I can't hate on it. And we need more of that from Garnacho. Because honestly, prior to this game, I think people were saying we want to see Gittins play. Gittins needs to get more minutes. He's looking better. He gets the winning one of the goals against Wolves. Looks decent against him. I think he even had the man of the match game against Wolves in the Carabao Cup. Obviously, against Karabag, doesn't have as good a performance. Garnacho steps in, gets a goal today, starts, gets 2 assists. So for his last 2 games, good performances, and I think it's meriting a start. We just need to see consistency from him. You need to see more of that attack prowess from him. Maybe don't shoot as much, right? Like RSM said, because sometimes, brother, when you shoot, it's rosette, bro, and it's just.
No, I mean it's a Garnacho stat, right? Like every game that Garnacho scores and you don't win, so you don't want him to score.
Fair enough. As long as we
it's
win
the same
games.
thing. The same thing that Spurs have with Charleston. Every time Charleston scores, they've never won. So,
damn. Well, that's for Charleston. I get that, Juju. But yeah, man. Like it's good to see the players stepping up. It's good to see some of these players also scoring goals after being so heavily criticized. The window we've had and all that. I know it's Wolves. It's early doors. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But regardless, we know this team has dropped points in very winnable games. And so for us to continue to have a run where we're not losing or just being consistent, I think it's a good sign. I think we just need to keep going from there. I also found another stat here. I'm just going to share this real quick. In regards to Chelsea, Here we go. Chelsea have created more big chances, 37, are registering more shots on target per game, 5.6, and are registering more successful interceptions per game, 10.6, than any other club in the Premier League so far this season. Good company to be in there. Good stats to be leading as well. You know,
and again, we're also leading the table in terms of goals in the Prem. We have the most goals in the Prem right now.
That's good.
No Palmer. No Palmer.
And you know why that's good? Because earlier in the season, you were probably saying it. A lot of Chelsea fans were saying it. A lot of people were saying it. If you have a shit defense, rely on the attack. Until that defense can get better, obviously, it's not going to help you win the league because I think you need to have a balance of both. But if your defense is shit right now, you don't have Fofana in there, Tosin and Chalobah were looking really, really hectic, lean into the goals. And I was saying against Karabag, we conceded 2, but we scored 2. If we have a better defense, we're winning that game. Right? If we don't make those defensive errors, we win that game.
Did you see the other stat? Or I think
What's
it was
that?
we lead the Prem in terms of errors leading to goal. I think we're like 11 of the goals we've conceded. I think it was like 7 or 8 have literally been from our own errors.
Wow. I did not see that.
I think
actually.
I saw. Let me see if I can find it. It was like literally on Twitter. I saw it and I'm like, yeah, that's not.
I saw something where we spent X amount of time ahead in games versus not winning or something like that. I thought it was like a weird copium stat that I was like, I'll read this later, bro. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
right?
Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Literally, Chelsea is top of the league. My bad. We're not tied. We're top of the league on errors leading to goals, 7. So 7 out of the 11 goals we've conceded is literally due to our own fault. Again, like, and we're still second. I don't know. Like, again, the Maresca agenda, just I'll never understand it, bro. I really
that
don't.
one's a weird one, bro. It's so weird. I don't understand where people have the audacity to just come out and say Maresca out, and it's like, brother, have you seen, like, let me pull it up, bro. I might as well since we're here and you're here too. Chelsea. Let's look at the standings, bro. Because
my bad. We're also, I forgot the other part of the graph. We're also second on errors leading to shots in the Prem, 21, right behind Tottenham Hotspur with 24. So
Yikes.
Again, like,
bro, look at this table. That's why when people were panicking about 9th, and I know you weren't, I was like, bro, what are we doing? It's just so early in the season, and the table is so close.
Not only that, again, say very quietly, boys. Very quietly, but our next 2 games in the Prem, that's all I'm saying. We get 2 wins there.
That's a big decider. I ain't gonna lie.
Because again, if we beat, like, all I'm saying is, again, I expect them to get 3 points, right? I expect them to get the 3. But if we win, also I'm saying it's 26-29. That's all I'm saying. We at home. We at the crib.
Yeah. So, assuming they win, we win our next one. If we manage to beat them, which Sunderland, you have something for me. Sunderland, you had something for me. You gifted the world with a little bit of a schematic, we'll say, right? You showed me something. I think we can get a result against Arsenal. I'm not scared of the big teams. It's the little teams I'm scared of. It's the little teams I'm scared of right now this season. It's crazy to say it, but it's the little teams I'm scared of. I think we get a result against Arsenal. And assuming they both win, right, the next game, which Arsenal could slip up against Tottenham. You never know. We're looking at only 3 points away from the top. Because they would be at 29. We would be at 23. We would take 3 points from them.
This is why, and that's why it kills me, Marshall. That's why it kills me. Yeah. Those 2 red card games, they haunt me, bro. They haunt me.
Yeah, true.
They haunt me. I'm telling you, we would have won both of them. Because the United one, I think we would have won because United's trash.
Yeah.
And the Brighton one, we got the red card when we were 1-0 up, bro. Fuck. It kills me, bro.
It's annoying. It's annoying because this season would have changed completely. At least not the season in general. I'm just being like how Chelsea fans have approached.
No, it's
this
just like we
season.
wouldn't have got to go through this last month with people being
Yeah.
like Maresca out.
Oh my god,
We're
the
eighth,
whining is so
Maresca out.
crazy.
Oh my
No,
god, like
it's just ridiculous, and it's just weird criticism too. Like I think I even saw a tweet earlier where it was a few days ago in regards to how we defend with Maresca versus how we defended with Poch and trying to pretend like there's no difference. I'm like, how dare you? Like,
I am not a clown.
this man Poch gave us our worst defensive record to date. I think the other day, me, Pete, and some of the other people were talking in that season where we had that like 15 goals conceded. I think the following 3 seasons we conceded less goals than Poch conceded. Yeah, less goals than Poch conceded in that one season. In 3 seasons when we had Carvalho and Terry, we conceded less goals than Poch conceded in 1. It's insane. It's insane. So like I'm not having this revisionism that Maresca's not good enough. Like, is he good enough to take us to the title? I don't know. Time will tell. This is going to be something that we'll see this season. Next season maybe we'll see again. But am I going to write him off considering where we were not too long ago? No, he's making progress. And I think he even said it himself. I think we're ahead in terms of points at this point this season than we were last season. So if I'm reading that correctly, if that's correct, then good. We're on track to have a similar season to
if not
last
better
season up
when
until
we
December.
get Palmer back.
And we're going to get Palmer back. And
For me, that's like the thing that's so under the radar is like we're second and we don't have most goals scored in the Prem with no Palmer. Like, again, remember, there were certain points, like not even under Poch, but even last season, Maresca, where it's like if Palmer wasn't firing, we weren't scoring, brother.
Bro, January, February, the darkest parts of the Maresca tenure last season. Those are some dark times, and we weren't even
times, man.
terrible, but we were bad. And that was with a fit Palmer. Well, not even fit. He was like in and out a little bit. He had like, I think he missed the Arsenal game that
He did miss Arsenal game
that season with a little bit of a niggle or something.
No, I think he still hasn't played away at Arsenal.
Yeah, and hopefully we need this guy to come back because if we're able to.
Also,
win
Enzo
like
said it
this-
was a bone edema. I don't know how you pronounce it.
For what? For
That's the injury he has in his knee.
for Enzo.
For Enzo, yeah, I just saw it.
I
The
don't know
full quote.
what
He has
the
a
hell
bone
that is. I'll be so
edema.
real.
Them, I don't know.
I've never heard of a bone edema in your knee.
Apparently, it says it's an abnormal accumulation of fluid in the bone marrow. It can cause pain, swelling, and tenderness. Ouch.
Okay, so that means this guy probably
So they're
has to like
probably
get his
literally, like,
knee
taking a
drained
needle
and shit.
and, like,
Ugh.
Taking the fluid out. Ouch.
Dude, that hurts so much.
Yep.
God damn. That's brutal. It's crazy what these players go through at a professional level, man. Speaking on your boy Esteval, I actually just found this.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy.
Esteval created 2 chances, 2 successful take-ons, and made 2 successful ball recoveries, all inside 26 minutes for Chelsea against Wolves.
He's him, bro.
Game-changing player right here. Let me ask you something, Maresca. And chat, feel free to partake in this. Do you like how Maresca is managing Esteval's minutes right now? Or are you on the camp of he has to start?
You know what it is? Genuinely, you know what it is? It's one of those things where we hate the way that he's going about it. Like, we just genuinely hate it because we want to see him play. But I think it's the same thing with that he said about, Reece and these other things. I mean, you look at Yamal, you look at somebody like Sterling, right? You play so many games young, you will get injuries. You even look at somebody like Neymar. I think Neymar, by the time he came to Europe, he had how many minutes? Like, he had 1,000 something, thousands and thousands of minutes in already playing pro. And so it's one of those things where we dislike it, but for the long-term future, it probably is best that this is how he starts.
Mhm.
Again, I agree. Like, obviously, I would love to see him start as much as possible, but I think where I disagree with Maresca is when he gets the 90. I'd rather him get the 90, the Prem, and then rest the cups. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's just one of those. But we can't deny that it's not like him coming off the bench has been a bad thing either. Because he's performing.
That's true.
G&A.
This is what JP's saying. The impact off the bench.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where I think at the beginning of the season, me and Ahmed were talking, and I think we said like 10 GA was our goal for him. You know what I'm saying?
Holy
I
shit,
think
how much GA is he at, bro?
I think he's already like past that high key. So I don't know. For me, I think he's already past. I think he's like what? He's not 10. I think he's like what, 5 or 6 maybe.
Yeah,
he's like
maybe
5 or
5
6.
or 6. Got an assist today. Scored the last game.
No, they
I'm
didn't
pretty
count the
sure.
assist, bro. Apparently, they robbed him of it.
Okay, so probably 5.
Yeah.
5. Yeah, I don't disagree with what you're saying. I think something that puts into perspective, because I get it. I 100% I'm with you with the whole, it frustrates us as fans, but you kind of get it. And honestly, off the bench, he hasn't been bad either. Well, he's never bad anyways, but off the bench, he's been showing impact as well.
Yeah.
I think the way Maresca's going about it is just smart. It's just smart. It's frustrating because I want to see the guy play and I want us to be in the front foot in the beginning of each game and all this and that. But when you think about the long term, right? This isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. If Esteval is fit towards the end of the season, when a lot of these other players and other teams starts to fall off, they get injuries piling on and fatigue starts to become a factor, this kid's going to be key to those final games of the season.
I sense it right now. And not only final games of the season, again, people need to remember, like, and I said this before, like, we want him 100% ready to go and acclimated everything by the time that the cups roll around. Because we could get the cups. We could get the cups again. Our next Carabao Cup draw is easy money, brother. We got the easiest team left. And I think
What are
the
no? Who was the
we got like Cardiff? Wasn't it literally Cardiff?
I think it literally is Cardiff. Let me just
But like, brother, we got the best one. And when I look at it, was it?
Yeah, Cardiff.
You know, again, Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. Yo, Crystal Palace is good. They low-key have Arsenal's numbers sometimes, right?
Hey,
Brentford,
Sunderland pulled a
Manchester
result.
City. I'm telling you, like, we might end up being Carabao Cup final, for example, against like a Newcastle. That's not out of the picture, or Crystal Palace, if we do what we need to do. So, again, I really think that we need to think long-term for the entire season, because again, we're going to be in multiple competitions. We're going to be, and even again, when people want to talk about like, oh, obviously I would like to finish top 8, right? In the Champions League.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Did PSG finish top 8, or did they finish literally barely near the bottom qualifying and they went to win the whole thing? Like, Liverpool finished first and went up against PSG. Yo, that's crazy.
Nah, that's my boy. He always fucking with me, bro.
Right here, I got you.
But
crazy.
But no, it's like I'm not gonna lie to you. Did you? Obviously, it's embarrassing to not beat Karabakh. I get it, but I didn't feel like our season was over, or like I was like, this is a horrible result. Like, I think I'm like you, where I'm like, okay, it's there's still a bunch of games to play in the UCL. And we're probably going to want to try to beat Barcelona. We're going to try to beat Napoli. If we do the job and get those teams done, Paphos and all that stuff, we're still in the top 8. Like, we can get into the top 8. It's not like it's impossible. Like, it's not like, you know, the last game decider between playoff and top 8, you know?
We're still able to qualify. We're still able to go forward with it. I'm not too worried and stuff. Like, I think we'll be fine. I just think people lose, like, their heads with the bad result. That's just Chelsea, though. Like, this whole fan base is like that. And I'm saying, like, we go on a great run. Oh my God, you know, this is that. We're title contenders. Then we like draw and lose, and they're like, oh, you know, it's completely finished. End the season. Maresca out. Boring football, side to side. Again, people are like, oh, it's boring football, side to side. Brother, people in the bridge booed them off at halftime. Booed the entire team at halftime.
I don't.
So it's like, like, again, Marshall, it's like, this is the famous we're dealing with, bro. Like, we were passing in the first half. We were passing back to Sanchez, and they were booing. Like, Like they just want us to be
get
like,
it.
for example, like United trying to play out the back, or Spurs, like what we did to Spurs, where we clearly like it's like we play out the back, we play back to Sanchez to recycle possession because we keep it safe. We have players that can do it. It's the best way to move the ball. When it's side to side boring football, I say it's side to side boring football. This game was not like that at all. It wasn't. We were attacking that first half. We could have had a goal all over Wolves. And I agree with Real Gems' comment too. Like peaking at the right time. Like that's what we want to be doing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think there's something to be said about starting the season strong, right? That's always going to put you in favorable conversations. That's always going to, be, it's like, obviously I would love to be in Arsenal's position right now where I have a good cushion between first and second, right? There's like, okay, room for error. I don't want to sound too optimistic because I don't truly believe this, but who's to say that from this point on, Chelsea figure out how to get into a streak of winning games and we go 10 games in a row. I don't know. We stop making mistakes. Fofana's back. The league form starts to improve. We start to pick up points. Arsenal start to drop points here and there. Because let's be honest, Arsenal are also starting to rack up some injuries too. They're lucky that international break hit. They'll probably get some players back. But offensively, they're like a dull knife right now. Yeah, they got 2 goals today. I forgot who scored their 2 goals today.
It was a Trossard banger.
Oh yeah, Trossard banger, but that's one off.
Which again, it's one off. You can't really around that. And then Sunderland coughed out the ball in the midfield, and then Saka got played through basically to just slot it in easy.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. It's true. Yeah,
so it's not like they generate like that first one was a mistake that they generated from the press, right? And then creating. Second one was just like a banger, like legit.
And that's what I'm saying. Like they're looking a little dull in the attack. They took advantage of some mistakes that were being made in the game. I think we have a better attack than them. Genuinely, even when everyone's fit, I think we have a better attack than them.
Yeah, their left side is dead, 100%.
Yeah, because even Eze hasn't been. I'm not trying to bash on Eze, but he hasn't been up to snuff. Like
Seba has more GA than I think the same amount of GA as Saka, or something like that.
Yeah, Saka's been quiet this season. He created some good chances in that game. I had it.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, so he has 3 goals. Yeah, so
yeah, he's been quiet this season, and he's a player that used to rely on all the time. But I feel like people have locked him up. He's also he had that bad hamstring injury.
He had a good game this game, but it's not been the Saka we've seen of other seasons. That's what I'll say.
I'm gonna have to end the stream in like 15-ish minutes, chat, because I'm going to Footy Judge Mo to talk and banter. It's always good to go to a panel show when you've won and the other teams have dropped points. So United, Spurs, Arsenal,
the Spurs, United, they're both angry because they both think they should have won. Great, man. Great time.
We got 3 points. I'm chilling.
As Vader always says, Monday's gonna be fun.
Yo, Monday is gonna be fun. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, I'm ready to cook. But it's going into that, I'm thinking like, bro, this team can be had at. Like the season is still young. The season is still RSM. Earlier today, I woke up and I saw so much nonsense on my TL. Outside of the Maresca out, see, Arsenal's fans have been so loud. So loud. Oh, we're coming after that Vidic and Rio clean sheet record. Oh, we're coming after Chelsea's 15 goals conceded. Give it up, bro. Finally. Jesus.
Give it up.
Like they concede against Sunderland. So now all of a sudden.
They do this every season. They start the season and they're talking about defensive record. They're talking about title. That's the thing. I don't believe, again, 6 points clear for now, brother. Watch. Trust me. Again, don't mess up against Spurs because you got us next. And if we beat Burnley, it's spooky season for y'all. That's all I'm saying. Spooky season. And you know, Halloween is past us. And it might be spooky season for you still. I'm saying, like,
the suspense is building.
I'm just here because again, we're in group chats and I'm saying shout out American Waffle. You know, you got TJ and Corey. They was talking mad smug the past few weeks. You know what I'm saying? We'll see.
I'm excited. I'm looking up some of these stats. I'm gonna read this right now because I haven't read it before. Only one other goalkeeper has registered more clean sheets in the Premier League this season. Oh my!
Factually,
days.
hold up. Factually true, because Sanchez got a red card, so he wasn't there for United. So that's true. That did not count as that didn't count against him. That did not count against him. It's true.
That's crazy. That's shameless. But hey, he's in good company.
Like again, they don't include that in the stat, but it's true. Like if he
Robert Sanchez has registered 100% of his successful high claims in his last 3 games for Chelsea in competition. Something's changed, but we are here for it. Oh wow, it's crazy. Say Sanchez 3 times and Latimus Prime shows up.
dang.
It's crazy how the world works. Prime, what's going on, man? How are you?
What's up, bro?
Prime, you there? Damn. Sanchez kept a clean sheet against Prime's speech as well.
I was in bed. I was about to go to sleep, and my spidey sense woke me up. So what's going on?
your Sanchez sense woke you up, bro.
He said Sanchez proud. Hell, not on my watch. Not on my internet.
What are we talking about, Marshall? He's still top 5 shot stopper in the league, or is he now top
currently
3? Top 3?
Only David Raya hasn't beat on clean sheets.
So he's the second best goalkeeper in the league. Is that what you're saying, Marshall?
Yes,
That's what the stats are saying.
That's what the
Say,
stats are saying.
no, it's not. Say it, Marshall. Say it.
Listen, I live in the States. I have free speech,
Say
limited,
it,
but it's still free
Marshall.
speech. So
Hey,
I'm
Marshall,
not gonna. I'm gonna
Marshall,
exercise my
Marshall,
right
Marshall,
to
don't let me call
freely
certain people.
speak.
Say it, Marshall. Don't let me call certain people.
You can call all the people you want.
Hey, Trump, you heard him. No, speaking of Trump, Sanchez should go. I still want him.
Speak on the game, man. What'd you think of the game? Did you watch the game, Prime?
Yes. We should have done some real damage against Wolves. I'll be real. The chances we had in the first half, the fact that we couldn't put any of them away was very, very poor. Second half, big difference. Neto is much better in the second half than he was in the first.
Yeah, I can agree with that, I think.
Garnacho had like an up and down game, but the thing about Garnacho that I'll always give him credit for is he won't hide away. Certain players, when they're not having good games, they'll hide away, and you won't notice how bad they really are. Whereas with Garnacho, the fact that he always wants the ball, and he always wants to try things, and he always wants to kind of be the guy and be the hero, is why we have such a big sample size to show he's not actually that good of a player in terms of ability.
Sure.
But he did well today in terms of the second half.
On that though, Prime, you know what I forgot to mention this on Garnacho. As much as I might not like him, one attribute I have to say that is in his favor is that there is room for improvement, and we're seeing him improve little by little. I think one thing he definitely needs to improve on, which I noticed less of it this game, he needs to stop being afraid of the 50-50. You guys ever notice that when there is a 50-50, he kind of like is shy about it and kind of pussies out a little bit? I think he needs to get more stuck in and more involved, not afraid of those 50-50s.
Yeah, but he'll learn to do that over the course of the season, and then he'll be sent to Arsenal next summer or the summer after. But yeah, the lap, by the way.
Yeah.
Again, another Chelsea striker isolated. No service, no nothing. So
I get that brother was starving, bro.
Yeah,
João Pedro looks the same, and he's played in the 9 this season. So it's not. I don't think it's just a personnel thing. I don't know what it is with the way Maresca's trying to set up, but the strikers just get no service. They're completely.
It's the way they're sending the ball into the box, bro. Every cross is to the back post when they're in the center, and then when they're in the center, they don't want to go. For example, for what Stevout did, where it's like you send it, across the front. Enzo almost did it for the lap. Remember, I think it was second half.
Yeah, second half.
Enzo outside of the foot, it almost got there to the lap, but the Wolves player got there. Like, we need to be doing that more often, because they're gonna be there. Not only João Pedro, but the lap. We're not doing that enough.
We're not.
Yeah,
it's annoying. But I like how second half we turned it on and we won the game, which we should be against the Wolves doing that so bad. And it's funny because when you look at how up and down we've been so far this season, injuries, Sanchez, Tosin, Chalobah, Stack, Maresca. Now we're second as it stands currently.
Yeah.
And if results don't go our way, we probably dropped it like third or fourth. So, with all that being said, if we win our next game, and then we beat Arsenal, we're 3 points away from them, or 6 points away, whatever it is. So yeah, I don't know. Is what it is, but just keep winning. Palmer's going to come back soon, which is a big boost as well.
Dog.
And Maresca, listen, the sporting directors fucked you over, but you just got to start coaching. I said this like a month ago. You can't keep complaining now. Just start coaching, and we'll get through it. And we're doing that so far.
There's some good stats out there for us.
Barcelona, bring me. I don't think we'll beat Arsenal. We're not beating Arsenal, but Barcelona, bring me. I
already told you. I already said we might do some ugly, like we might draw Burnley and then beat Barca and Arsenal or something. I wouldn't put it past us. I'm being dead serious.
I'll take
Our
the
team
Arsenal
has been
draw.
moving like that.
I don't care about Arsenal. I'll take the Arsenal draw.
Okay, but the Arsenal win though. I'd rather take the Arsenal win than the Barca win.
Nah. I'll be wrong.
If I had to draw one of those two, I'd draw Barca to beat Arsenal.
Yeah, I agree.
I disagree. I want the Barca win. I need that Barca win.
Okay. So if we win the Barca but don't win the UCL, and then
is there
Arsenal
an age
win
gap here?
Arsenal win the league by like a point or two.
But Arsenal aren't winning the league.
No, but again, when City won the league against Arsenal, I forgot what season it was. Like 1
JP
point.
has chess, you guys can have chess for Arsenal.
No, I'm not even saying
it's only a difference of a couple points.
I'm just saying realistically, I think that game will be a draw, and I know we can beat Barca. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, we're 100%. Yeah, no, we can.
Yeah,
I know
that.
I get that.
Ooh, that high line, bro. Again, I don't rate Garnacho and Neto, but against that high line, if you cannot eat against that Barca high line, you're finished.
You're starving.
The contract, bro.
If you can't eat and have to have Barca high line, you're just starving.
I don't know if Palmer's gonna be 100%.
No snap benefits for you, bro. You're starving.
I don't know if Palmer's gonna be 100% fit to play Arsenal and Barca. Esteval has to start against Barca.
Has to start. Yep. I literally said that to Marshall, by the way. I said if Palmer doesn't start, sorry, Esteval.
Bro, you see the way the bridge gets electric when Esteval's on the pitch. This is the way we treated Hazard when he first joined us, bro.
100%. He's him, bro.
Against this Barca team, we're gonna need the bridge to be rocking. So Esteval has to.
Yeah, it cannot be anything like it was at the end of that first half. Because I get it. The game did get a little stale towards like the last 10, 15 minutes of the first half. I just don't understand the necessity to boo the players when we're not losing. We're not. If we're losing, then sure. We're playing like shit. We're losing. Then fine. You're gonna get frustrated. You want to show your frustration. That as a fan, I get it. I won't personally boo my own players, but I understand the sentiment. The fact that this team was getting booed at halftime, and then second half we have that kind of performance, just shows there's a lot of people that have really nasty little agendas, even in that stadium, bro.
Yeah, because they don't like the manager, bro.
Yeah. Oh, Scott went to the game. I'm seeing a trend here. All right, Scott, go to the Arsenal game.
Scott, hold up, Scott. Scott better win percentage at the bridge than Ahmed.
Are you saying Ahmed Pochettino? Ahmed Pochettino.
I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's something.
Don't forget chat. Maresca out, man. There we go.
Yeah, he.
So. I think that over here. Great.
Say that again, Prime.
I made that over a year ago.
Yeah, it's generational.
That was great. One of the best clips, man.
Yeah. And I agree. The booing was a little disgraceful. I don't know. It's too much. Prime, we got some good stats for you, and figured I'd show you this right here. Boom. Chelsea.
It was going to be about Sanchez. I was going to be.
No. Chelsea have created more big chances, 37, registered more shots on target, 5.6 per game, and registered more interceptions per game. Moises Caicedo's right there, 10.6 than any other club in the Premier League. RSM will also share with you that we have the most goals in the Premier League as well. So
21.
yeah,
And we're doing this, by the way, without
Without Palmer.
our number 9 in
Without
the
Palmer.
lap,
Mhm.
who scored, 15 goals last year in the Prem?
yeah.
14 goals?
Mhm.
And without the best playmaker on the planet in Cole Palmer.
Yeah, Cole Jermaine Palmer.
Damn.
Cole Jermaine
So-
Palmer. Him.
So, we're doing that with Bums and Garnacho and Neto, apparently, and Gittins and all.
Yeah.
Cole will be back, bro.
Let me not
What was
talk.
that, Prime?
Cole's lucky he's a baller, man, because that's a sauceless video. That's sauceless. I'll be honest.
Listen, everything about him, other than what he does on the pitch, is sauceless. But listen, that's my baller, bro. That's my guy.
That's so funny.
Also, Marshall, I sent into the Twitter chat, by the way, the
What's
graph.
that?
I don't know if you brought up the graph.
No, I don't think I did. I'll look it up right now. What kind of graph are we talking?
You'll see.
Ooh, okay.
Look at that. Look at that on the little top right.
Boom.
The size of the
Apart from
circle is also,
Esteban.
by the way, the amount of minutes that the players played.
Average per 90. What'd you say was about the minutes? What?
So the size of the red circle is the amount of minutes that they've had.
Oh, Enzo Fernandez down here. Damn.
It's just him, bro.
Damn. Wow. Very few minutes, but hey, he's in good company, which is no company. He's in his own tier, bro.
He's literally in a league of his
He's in
own.
his own.
That's why I told
Damn.
you. I'm not, by the end of the season, I'm convinced he'll be consensus top 5 winger in the league, man.
I think so. I think, like we mentioned before, I think play
Not
it
in
smart.
the league, in the world. Do you not see online the Champions League glaze Esteban?
They glaze him. They
Glaze
love him.
Like, relax. Esteban was
do.
only 18. Relax. They're
Relax.
glazing him.
No, everyone's excited. Like
I'm telling
it's-
you, the thing with him and Palmer, it pisses me off because if we were more serious, these guys would be in the Ballon d'Or shots. I'm telling you.
Bro, Esteban, if we have an end to the season like I think we could actually do, and Brazil tear up the World Cup like they probably should with Esteban leading them, he's gonna have.
They
a
got Cunha
big
though.
Ballon
They
d'Or
got
shot.
Cunha. I don't know about that, man. Unfortunately,
Yeah, but
they got
what's his-
Vinny.
what's his
They got
name?
Vinny and Cunha on the pitch.
Bro,
I don't know, man.
Ancelotti's a smart man. He's gonna build that team around Esteban. He's a smart man.
If he's smart, he will.
He's just gonna let him play with vibes, bro. So, but yeah, I think
If
Esteban
he's
can have
smart,
a
if he's
big-
smart, it's JP, Santos, and Esteban. If he's smart, man.
Where was Esteban wasn't on the last Ballon d'Or, right? He was on the Golden Ball.
No.
Cool, bro. He could make like top 10, top 15 in the Ballon d'Or.
Bro, Palmer made what? Well, Palmer's what, 12th?
No, he was 8th.
No, he was 8th, right? My bad. He was 8th. That's
Yeah,
what I
he
tell you.
was eighth
8th.
on the Ballon d'Or
I
list.
tell you, Palmer has the PR, man. Palmer has the PR.
We have the PR with Palmer. Esteban already has the PR, bro.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
Get me a center back and goalkeeper, bro. Let's go. Let's do something.
I'm telling you, Stevao. Start him against Barca, and we about to eat. We about to eat, man. We about to eat.
Hey, good food, bro. Good food.
That's good eats. Cause I'm telling you right now, Barca, bro, that back line looking nasty.
Also,
Mhm.
this STD that Yamal has, he's not doing anything, bro.
Oh my days.
Yeah, listen.
What
Nigga
my
Nicole,
day?
hit
He
him.
has. Is that not what he has a groin injury, bro? That's an STD. I'm sorry. It is.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Listen, he not a
serious.
real one, bro. He not a real one. Cause Neymar was doing twice as much as him. No injury.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Dino, Deco,
True.
all these. guys.
Dino. It's like, bro, Maradona was doing lines. And now all of a sudden
Oh,
you
he
get a bit of
was.
coochie and it's over for you.
Oh.
Nah, man.
Bro, Maradona was clapping cheeks at halftime.
Yeah, bro. They was going crazy back in the day. Yamal, you get one girl. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Oh,
listen,
Pete.
a woman can change your whole career. Ask Sancho.
The client. The
That's not what
client.
changed. That's not what changed Sancho's career.
Yeah, true.
Mm.
Big
That
up,
was
Pete, what'd you think of the
Howard.
game, man?
What's up?
What'd you think of the game, brother?
First half, we can just put that in the Nottingham Forest away category. Like that wasn't real. Didn't happen.
It was a figment of our imagination.
Yeah. I will say, like, it was terrible. The first half was terrible, but Garnacho did fluff not the most complicated chance like 5 minutes into the game. And the entire game, like, would have been different. Like, I get it. Like, people are frustrated about how tame the football like looks against like settled deep blocks, especially like 0-0. But what I don't think fans really understand is that the only way to beat a settled block of like 5-4-1 like that is to move the ball quickly and get your attackers into space and hope that they be aggressive and take advantage of the space.
Which we definitely saw in the second half with Garnacho and some of the
Well, so like
goals
in the first half, right? There's times where we're moving through the center of the pitch well. It goes out wide to Neto, and he takes 8 touches just to pass the ball back to Gusto.
Yeah, I was about to say. That was
In the
frustrating
second
me
half-
a lot about Neto.
In the second half, the ball goes out wide to Neto. The first 2 times in the first 5 minutes of the half, he's around the wingback, and we're at the end line playing the ball across the box. Like, these guys do get into spaces, and then it's like we're allergic to trying something.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. But I also think, like, it is a quality issue. Literally, the first time Esteval got the ball in a 1v1 position, we got a ball across the box, and we scored from it. Is that going to happen every single time? No. But, like, there's a reason he's in that position immediately. And we didn't find Neto in that same position with that same kind of service against a deep block in the entire game. He scored on a counterattack. Yes, it was great. I'll take it. But it's like, I don't know. It just, you need player quality in the attack positions, especially when you're playing against settled blocks of teams. And it's just, we don't have a ton of that without Palmer in the squad.
I think, I said this, I think one of the things that we've been robbed of is I think if we have Palmer and Estevao, then that the right half, the half space on the right that Palmer likes to operate in, he's gonna get so much more space because Estevao gets doubled up on all the time. So if he's doubled up on, then that right half space for the cutback pass back to Palmer is completely open.
I'm surprised that Reese didn't play today.
Yeah.
Because when we saw Gusto in that space in the first half, like, yes, he finally scored. Congratulations. But like, we saw Gusto in that same half space in the first half numerous times. He wasn't like really looking to serve the ball. We were just kind of connecting. He was just like a body in the space. Like, it was kind of useless. Like, that's my one critique about the first half today. We had guys in spaces where like, if he's missing from there, I'm like, just, you might as well just leave. There's no hope for you. But he scored. We'll take it. We're happy. Like, that's great. But yeah, no, just player quality is a huge thing when you're playing against settled blocks. The good thing is we're gonna see one when we go play Burnley. Like, they played a back 5 at Old Trafford. We're gonna see one there, but we're not gonna see one versus Barca, and we're probably not gonna see one versus Arsenal either.
Oh no, we're seeing one against Arsenal. We're seeing it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Arteta's
no. Arsenal. The thing is, Arsenal aren't gonna start a back 5, but they are gonna start 2 DMs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're gonna sit in a block.
They're gonna start 2 DMs.
It's at the bridge as well. They're gonna sit in a block.
Yeah,
we will see.
100%.
We will see.
Barca though, give me that. That's free eats. Barca free eats. That high line.
If Arteta comes out, I'll be so surprised.
I think, like, with them being like 6 points up, and especially if we're the team that's in second place at the time, which I don't. Never mind. Like, them being 5-6 points ahead, that could absolutely be a game. Or
listen, all I'm saying is if we win that Arsenal, if we win the Burnley game and we win the Arsenal game,
I think that that being said, I'm not saying they're like definitely going to beat us. Like, I think that could work against them.
Yeah, but the way Arteta will set up, he'll set up not to lose that game.
Probably.
No, the thing is, he did the same thing last year.
Yeah.
Yes, but like the situation was different last year.
That's why last year the game was so dead.
they weren't like head and shoulders top of the league last year when they came. So it's a little bit different.
No, but they were also still trying not to lose though.
Are they gonna have Gyökeres back by then? Do we know?
Yeah.
Oh
know.
yeah.
I'm not worried about him, but this time they're gonna have a striker.
I did a stream on a Gauss channel on Thursday, Friday, and he was talking about how when we play Spurs after the international break, all our Avengers will be back. Basically, the Avengers being Gyökeres, Havertz, Jesus, Madueke. And I was saying to him, cool, if you have your Avengers back and then you end up being 10 points clear after you play Spurs, will the league be done? And he didn't want to answer. He's like, why would the league be done? The league can't be done in November. Then why are you happy about your Avengers?
I don't think you should need players back to beat Spurs. I don't think that should matter.
Definitely not wrong. They're
no
so
disrespect to them, but like they're just not good. I don't know. But I felt that way the whole season.
Peter, what about this? Because Spurs have a terrible home record, but they're good away. And that Arsenal Spurs game is at the Emirates. Do you think there's any sort of chance for Spurs?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think the fact that it's away from home works better for Tottenham with how they like to play and just be scummy and kick people.
Yeah.
I think that works better for them. The thing I think works against Frank is that fan base at Tottenham, for whatever reason, feels entitled to good football. So they hate Thomas Frank
Champagne
football.
football.
Like it just doesn't mesh. Even though if you look at a table, Tottenham like aren't doing bad if you just look at the results. And if you look at them like in Champions League, if you look at the giant table, like they're not in a bad position. But if you watch them with your eyes, they're like, there's no way this team is good. I don't know. It's a very funny thing.
It's like Spurs under Nuno. Remember the short stint he had?
I think it's better though because Nuno fell apart after like 3 wins or whatever. Like he just got like L's, and L's. Like, but like I don't think it's going anywhere big picture. But I also don't think it's bad enough to where it's like, hey, this guy kind of has to be sacked. But yeah, I don't know. It's a weird position. Like they kind of have to give it a year. They'll probably finish like 6th or 7th. I don't see them finishing in the top 5, but I also don't see them crashing and being like 10th.
Yeah.
No.
Like, to be fair to Thomas Frank too, they're not good. But Pete, they're not good. That's why this team. Well, a large part of the reason why this team finished 17th last season, right?
No, that's true. Like that's why I'm saying. Like I think. It's sort of first world problems.
It's a big task for
when you want to
Frank.
focus on style of play
Yeah.
with a team that just finished 17th in the Premier League.
Exactly.
Like it's very much a first world issue. Like it gets back to the like, with all due respect, like what kind of club do you think this is?
Yeah.
Like this is Tottenham. Why do you feel entitled to style of play and results at Tottenham?
I mean, and
like,
on to
brother.
your point, it's like you finished 17th. I think this season you should be worried about at least getting back to where you somewhat were, a more respectable position, and building off of that.
How about
Like,
not being
why
a
are you
joke?
asking for a title
Start by
race?
not being a joke.
Bro, like
Yeah, start by not being a joke.
I was
Like I'm being serious.
My thing was like if you just offered them like 7th at the beginning of the season, are they taking it? Probably.
I mean, yeah.
No, the thing is they
Considering how they finished last
overrate. The thing is
season.
they overrated the signings they make. They really thought Xavi Simons and Kudus would take them to the promised land. Let's be honest. That's really what it was.
But like if you're Tottenham, like respectfully, like what is the promised land in the Premier League?
Top 4. That's their promised land. Forever and always. Top 4.
Sure, but like you have Chelsea who's better than them, you have Arsenal who's better than them, you have City and Liverpool who's better than them. You're essentially slugging it out, hoping 5th place is a charity spot, and you're slugging it out with like Villa, who like you can say what you want about Villa. I don't think they're great either, but like I don't think Tottenham are better than them, and I've not thought that.
I mean, Tottenham are only 3 points ahead of them. My thing with Spurs and Spurs fans is though they think, oh, we have the stadium, we have the money, we're considered a top 6 team, but they don't realize like you're here because your parents paid for you to get into the school. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not here off academics.
Bro, the only reason Big 6 as a term was coined was because United was terrible and Spurs was decent.
But
And
that's
they needed
and
a way
again
to
that's
group all the teams
and that's the
together.
core of the
Thank
issue
you.
is in terms of merits,
That's
in terms
it.
of trophies, they never deserve to be considered a big club in the Prem. But they had a
Yeah,
good
like-
stint at the top and they had money, and so they got included in the mix. And they think that like, okay, we're now a big six club, and big six clubs expect to compete, expect trophies, expect this. But it's like you're like you are in the big six in name only because your trophies and your accolades and your club mentality isn't there.
But it's like, even if somebody, even in this big six, like hypothetical thing, somebody has to be sixth.
Oh yeah, they definitely
that's-
six. Yeah, like
Yeah, like,
hardcore.
I don't know.
That's their spot.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a very interesting, like, it's a very interesting situation, because if you look at the table,
It's an interesting fan base.
it's not bad, but like if you watch it, it's like, this isn't good.
Yeah, listen.
That being
All
said,
that matters to me is we're
that being
second right
said,
now.
they probably should have won that game today, but whatever.
They never listen. Richarlison scored, and that's when I knew they weren't winning. And every time he scores, they never win. So it was over.
Oh, you know, there's also a thing Chelsea have every time Garnacho scores. You know,
Yeah, we never. Yeah, that's why I
so
just
long as he
assist
doesn't
only.
score any
Pass
goals
only.
for Chelsea, they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It's hey man, Sunderland's in fourth, so anything's possible.
This is true, and they did get points off
end
of
the weekend.
Arsenal.
We will end the weekend in a Champions League spot, regardless of what happens tomorrow.
I mean, we end. No. Regardless of what happens, the worst we can end up is third.
Yeah,
like
That's
worst.
not true.
I think
That is
no.
not
Worst
true,
case
brother.
scenario, we can be in
Who can
fourth.
pass us?
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth.
I'm looking at table right now.
Ah, okay. I didn't see Bournemouth.
That is
That's
not true. Do I think Bournemouth
Just
are going to
true.
win away to Villa? I don't know.
It's up
They
in the
could.
air.
They could, but their form
could.
isn't. Their form is
But-
up and down.
Worst case
But if they
scenario, we
win-
end up in fourth or fifth. I think. After
Well,
the
no,
weekend.
worst case scenario is
No, worst
fourth.
is fourth. Worst is
If
fourth.
they win,
Okay, fourth.
if they win
Yeah.
tomorrow, regardless of what happens in the second in City Liverpool, we drop down a spot.
Yeah.
We can only drop down one spot.
Best case scenario, I think we drop down to third.
Yeah,
Oh,
best case
you
scenario
guys-
is third. Worst case is fourth.
You guys wanna? You guys want a fun fact?
Sure.
Yes, and then I'll wrap it up. 'cause I do have to
Garnacho
head out.
has as many Premier League goal contributions, 3 for Chelsea, as Mason Mount does for Man United.
Mason Mount. Yep. In
Hey man. Big
however
up,
many
good for
years. Yeah. 3.
him. Hey man, good for him. Good for them. They'll be all right.
Shout out Manchester United's number 7, Mason Mount.
I see what you did there. I'm trying to see if I can raid Footy Judge Mo, but it doesn't look like he has it open, so we're not going to raid out then. It is what it is.
Oh,
I
never
have to wrap
foul
it up,
whistle,
ladies
right?
and gents. That's all right. All right, cool. We're going to end it right here, ladies and gents. Good game. Good victory. Much needed. We're in second place. We'll see where we end up at the end of the weekend. We have international break. I think this channel will take a bit of an international break as well. We'll be back here Sunday for some news, and maybe next Sunday, depending on how the week goes. But
Nah,
see.
man.
It's been pretty slow.
International break news. Who cares, man?
yeah, exactly. International break is dead. So Casually FC might be in an international break as well. So we'll see what happens. But be sure to tune in. Stay tuned to the content that's going to coming up. That's going to be coming up. Sorry. Also, I will say, once international break is done, full steam ahead. Non-stop content on the channel for a while, and on everyone's channel. Everyone's content. I know RSM's got his channel and everything too. So be sure to check out all those links in the description for more content, more fun stuff there. Also, be sure to check out the memberships. There's 4 different tiers starting at 99p. And if you are a proper casual and higher tier member, I give shout outs at the end of every show. Those shout outs are going to go out to Staff5050, STFC Benny, Johnny Bravo, Pels, EPL Turf, JC Dark, Landry Sadiq, A Soliman, EE, and Adrian. Big up to you guys. You guys already know what to do. Smash up the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel. Be sure to hype up the video as well. Don't forget, new feature, hype up. It helps out with the algorithm. We're trying to get to 5K subscribers, so join on in on that goal and help grow the community. And we'll see you again, guys, tomorrow. Up to Chelsea, stay casual, and until then, peace.